Emily and Lauren.
Who's that?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, hope everybody had a good weekend. So we are going into week 4 this week. It looks like everybody turned in their group research papers. I'm gonna need some time to filter through those because some of you emailed me, you weren't able to get in touch with your group members. It looks like everybody submitted something, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do the grade yet, so that might take a couple weeks to get graded. Does anybody have any questions on the assignments from last week? So we had our G-metrics, we were wrapping up Word, and then we had our Word wrap-up discussion as well. Okay. All right, so on to week 4. We are getting into PowerPoint now, so if you guys do have any outstanding assignments for Word, I would suggest you get those in. The further you get behind, the harder it is to make those up, okay? So try really hard to get those in as soon as possible. All right, so week 4 is PowerPoint. So our first assignment is the G-metrics. So it looks like we have skill review 1, 2, and then we also have our practice exam 1 this week. So that's going to take some time. That's 3 modules. I think you guys have a good feel of how long it's taking you to get through those now. So there is still no Mac agent available for G-metrics. If you haven't started because you've been waiting for that, you have to get started. I don't know when it's going to be out, so you need to move forward. You need to figure out an alternative way to get these assignments done. The library is available, so if you go to the library and you use the computers in the public or the common area, make sure you're logging in with the Flight 100B account, so it's just FLT. 100B for the username, no password. That will ensure that you have the admin rights to be able to download and install the Gmetrics client to do the assignments. We're also going to try to do some open lab times in Business 104. So if you do need to come in and do that, we can work that out. I'll probably post those in the announcements as we encounter, times that we can be in the lab. The other instructors and I are trying to get in there on Wednesdays from like 9 to noon, but it's a little tricky, and we're trying to get our TA to help us out with that. So lots of things happening this year with the whole COVID stuff. So, we'll do our best to work around that. But if you haven't gotten started on the Gmetrics stuff, you have to get started. We're now going into week 4, and you've missed the entire Word portion of the class. So that's going to take some time for you to get caught up and then stay on track with the PowerPoint and Excel. When you get to Excel, those are going to take you longer. They took me longer. It's just a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of functions in there that you guys are going to have to learn. So again, get to the library or watch for any open lab announcements that the instructors or the TA will hold in Business 104. All right, so back to the assignment. We have the skill review 1, 2, and then the practice exam for Gmetrics with PowerPoint. Oops, there we go. And then we did have to add a Word final exam. I'm not sure if anybody asked if we were having a final exam when the class started or not, but I probably said no, and now I'm backpedaling a little, so sorry about that. We had to do this because we did not make the Certiport certification exams mandatory. Last year they were mandatory, and you had to pass them in order to pass the class. So we've loosened that up a little bit and made the Certiport exams optional. But now we needed to add a different final exam. So when you click in here, I have a screenshot. It's all ready to go. It's in Gmetrics. And these are going to be questions that you've already seen in the skill reviews and the practice exams. So when you get into Gmetrics, let me just pop that open. You're logged in. When you start a new test, and you go to your 2019 and then your Word, you're going to see it right here at the end. All right, so there's only the testing mode for this. It's 35 questions in 50 minutes, just like the Certiport exam. Now, if you do want to take the Certiport exam, I posted those times in the announcements. I had a few of you come in on Friday and take it. That's still highly encouraged because you do get to put that on your resume. So, all right, so we have 10/2, 10/16, 10/30, and 11/13 for testing dates. We may add more depending on kind of how many students want to participate in that, but try and hit one of those dates. Now, I can probably stay like an hour afterward too, so if you did want to take more than one exam that day, that would be fine. So if you want to take the Word and PowerPoint back to back, that's fine. Just let me know so I can kind of plan and make sure I have it in my calendar. All right. So get started on the Word final exam as well. And then the other two here are just some additional reference materials for you. If you wanted to download those and keep those for use later, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. So any questions on the Gmetrics or the Word final exam for this week? It's kind of a light week again, so you might want to start looking at week 5 as well. Maybe you can keep going on the Gmetrics PowerPoint training and get everything done there.
I have a question.
Okay.
For the Word final exam, I understood. I don't know if I'm correct. That you take the geometrics final exam if you don't take the cert report, or you have to take both. Oh, I mean, if it's
One or
just
the other.
one or the other. Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
if you took the Certiport exam, and remember that's an extra 50 points of extra credit. So whatever you get on your exam, if you do the Certiport, you get the score that you get on your exam plus an extra credit of 50 points. If you just take the word exam, you just get your score. So whatever you get, and you can only take the word exam once.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Brian, can you still take the Certiport? Yes. Okay, so if you're not on campus, you need to send me an email and I can set up a time with Certiport to proctor for you, so you can do it right on your own computer as long as you have access to a Word or actually you don't even need that. I believe you still need to be on a Windows computer though. So if you have access to a Windows computer, I can set up an online testing time with Certiport and they will proctor for you. So I will give you once we set up a time, they'll send me the link for your test and then I'll forward that on to you. So make sure you watch your email if we do set up a test online for you. And then Josh asked if you can only take the final exam once. So it depends on which one you take. So the geometrics, yes, you only get one shot at that. So make sure you're doing well in the geometrics modules for the training and testing before you take the final exam. The Certiport, so with your voucher that you purchased at the beginning of the semester for class, you get 3 tries at the Certiport. So if you want to, like if you take the word exam with Certiport and you don't pass the first time, you can do a retake of it, but that's going to take another one of your, what we call vouchers, off of like your $70 fee that you paid. So you get 3 attempts at a Certiport exam along with your Geometrics access code. You can use those however you want. Does that answer your question, Josh? Okay. All right, any other questions about the Certiport exam or the Word final exam? Okay. So I did also publish, I think through week 7. Yep, so if you guys want to work ahead, remember you're more than welcome to do that. One thing I might recommend is with the Excel stuff, if you can get to the Excel stuff in Geometrics before you start the assignments, it might be helpful. You might learn some things that will help you along in your assignments. It's not totally necessary, but it might be helpful for you. Okay, Jaden is asking, do we take the word exam in your classroom? No. So the word exam is in Geometrics, Jaden. And you guys can do that whenever you want. All right, so it's available now. You can start it whenever you want. Okay, let me see what other announcements I had on my list. So we talked about the Mac client, getting started on Geometrics. We talked about the Certiport testing dates. That's in an announcement. If you want to do it online, please send me an email and I will see what the schedule looks like with Certiport for testing dates. This Wednesday, so Wednesday class is working on your own, okay? We won't have a Zoom session. I'm going to be out of town. So if you do have any questions on the assignments, please email me. I will check my email, but I just won't have ready access to the internet. All right, so I'm curious, without looking at all the research papers, did anybody do a topic other than the Showa database one? I had one person ask me if they could do a different topic. Anybody else? Is it too early for you guys? All right. We're a talkative bunch this morning. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hang out. We went through the assignments for week 4, so get started on those. And then also any outstanding Word assignments, try and get those in as well. Get going on geometrics. And remember, Wednesday is on your own. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can take the Word exam whenever you are ready. And let me know if you need anything else. All right, so I'll be here to answer any questions. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. You can leave if you're all set. Maybe work on some of your assignments for this week, or get some of your Word assignments in if you haven't done that. Any last minute questions, Nikki or Josh? Ooh, Josh just left.
Yeah, hi.
Nikki.
I actually sent you an email about this, but it was about my group project.
Yep, hold on, okay, because we're recording right now, so let me stop the recording.
Okay.